Welcome to another episode of the Little Old Sons podcast. We've got Jordan Halverson, Blythe Epp. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Blythe Epp and Willie Wardle.
Who are you?
And
I'm Cole Snyder.
Cole Snyder.
The Cole Snyder. Yep.
Is it Snyder or Schneider?
It's Snyder. S-N-I-D-E-R.
Okay.
S-N-I.
Do you think you can name everything that we talked about? Because we talked about a lot of stuff.
I can.
Yeah.
We start off with one of the top stories on Twitter today, which
news.
is, one of the top stories in the news.
Blue button.
And
Chupacabra.
A chupacabra has
Or
been
a
spotted.
skinwalker.
Or a skinwalker. We dive into, jump right into supernatural and then kind of dive down the conspiracy theory train a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about some
Top Gun.
the moon landing, Top Gun, what we've been watching. And Willie gives us a couple history lessons. We go on to that.
History buff right here.
I don't know about all that. I
And
kind of
then
just
haunted
made it,
stuff.
I actually made
buff
it all up.
right here.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
Jordan.
And, we hear about what Jordan's got planned for this weekend.
her
Oh,
ghost
yeah.
spot.
She plays sports, y'all.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
She's actually going
Softball
to play at
player?
a Major League Baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. It is the home of the Rangers.
The home of the
Oh.
Rangers. So she's pretty much a pro.
Yeah,
Right.
she played in middle school. Now she's playing again.
Everybody
So
Watch out.
we got that to look forward to. But, it was a
Yes.
fun podcast. We
Yeah.
talk about a lot. And, is there anything?
I think that's pretty
Should
much
we thank
it.
our sponsors?
Let's thank our sponsors.
Let's thank our sponsors.
Rodeo
Oh.
Time and Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin. Gratefully donated. They didn't donate anything.
No,
but
Yeah.
they're our sponsors.
Rodeo Time actually
But
donated
Yeah.
everything.
Almost to 7,000.
I'm still waiting for my Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin cap. Don't have one.
I've told you multiple times to get one, Cole.
I'm just saying.
Multiple
They're on the
I don't
shelf.
have one. I'd like to be given one. I'll say it.
Handed
I'd
one.
like to be given one.
Willie's getting up.
Yeah, thank you. Well, while Willie leaves and goes and Willie's going to leave, go grab me a hat. But in the meantime, thank you again for tuning in to the Little Old Sons podcast.
I'm keeping my Frazzle, guys. We're not
Would you be sponsored by Frazzle?
No, this is my second Frazzle I've ever had in my whole entire life.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Top 10 drinks?
Mm-mm.
Not it. What's your top drink of choice?
Water. It's good for you.
What about you, Blythe?
She's a health queen.
Yeah.
What's your drink of choice?
We like 210 calories of pure sugar and
well,
caffeine.
I'm
Right.
sure this has got a lot of sugar in it too, but
Probably. Willie?
My favorite drink is Prime.
Oh, yeah, you're all on that
Ooh.
prime kick. Those things can't be good for you.
Dude, they are though.
They're
But they are.
yeah.
but why can't you find them anywhere?
Because
All of a sudden they're
so
all
good.
gone.
Because they're all so
they're
good.
not in Walmart. They're not in Jerry's.
Logistics.
They got everybody hooked.
I didn't see.
And now they're
they
taking
were
it away.
they were bringing in carts today when I was at Jerry's.
Yeah,
for-
you know why?
There was no primes on them.
They just
Maybe
started.
they had them, but
They just started making them this year, so they weren't expecting them to be this popular, and they are. So logistically, they just can't keep up. It's just basic things. You have a new product that you're introducing, it takes off like you want it to, but they didn't know, so
they
they
should
wanted
have
to play it
expected
safe.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan Paul is behind it. They should have expected there to be some type of hype around it.
There was a hype, but like sometimes it's a seasonal hype, you know. This one, it's a Gatorade killer, and I was a Gatorade fan, but they got me.
It came out during winter though, so
Yeah.
they should expect like during summer it's going to do even better.
Hopefully they ramp it up, because I need some more Prime. You just feel hydrated like immediately.
Yeah. Do you know where production's located?
Kentucky.
Why?
I just assume that that's wherever maybe they found a building there, or I imagine it's not in California because it's extremely expensive to do anything in California. And Kentucky seems like a pretty reasonable place to do business.
I have
Wait,
no idea.
You actually know? Is that a fact that they're in Kentucky?
Yeah, they really are.
Willie knows this. What other facts do you know about?
Ford Super Duty is
Yeah.
also in Kentucky. That's the home of the Super Duty, probably for the same reasons.
Do you go to Kentucky a lot?
I've never been
Is
to
that
Kentucky.
is that because of all the horsepower? it
Louisville's fun.
has?
All the horsepower.
All the horsepower, the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
I don't-
Oh, Jordan with the jokes.
I don't get it. What do you mean, the horsepower? Why would
Well,
Kentucky
'cause,
have
like-
horsepower?
Dude, you can't be. You don't make her explain the joke, Willie.
Yeah.
Why?
You can't ever
that
explain
kills the
it.
joke. Yep.
So
He
special about
gets it.
Kentucky.
He gets it.
Well, we were going to
Biz
start.
eyes.
I guess, yeah, we were going to start off talking about current events. What are the current events?
So
Right.
Ooh,
glad
Joe,
you mentioned.
Queen of Twitter.
So I was actually scrolling on Facebook,
Okay.
and apparently in Amarillo, right outside the zoo,
The chupacabra.
Yeah, they believe that
Actually,
So
it's a
loud.
skinwalker.
there has been a sighting of a chupacabra. So,
Pull up the picture.
yeah. So
Let's see it. It's a video.
no, I mean, I feel like there's probably a video, but the internet didn't have that from what I've seen.
On Facebook, though, there's a lot of just pranks on Facebook.
I don't know. CBS News posted this.
Interesting.
That's where I seen the article. What is this strange creature seen outside a Texas zoo? The city of
It's in
Amarillo
Texas, too.
wants to know.
Cole's fact checking it.
4
Right
Yes.
now.
hours. It's on
4 hours ago?
CBS News.
Oh.
Chupacabra, coyote walking upright. Texas city ponders mystery creature outside zoo.
I like when that's the news instead of like horrible things happening.
Well, I mean,
This could be a horrible
This
thing,
could be
though.
a horrible thing.
Well, it's better that than like us going against
It's a
each other.
legitimate
Yeah.
monster
No, I know-
walking
I know what
outside of
you're
a
saying.
zoo.
Yeah, what happens if it breaks in? What happens if like it breaks into the zoo and kills all the zoo animals, sucks all their blood out?
Hey, it's
And then it'll come to people.
that's just the price of business.
No,
Man,
it's
I don't
never
know.
been heard that a chupacabra's attacked a human.
Yeah,
That's
but that
what they're-
mangy coyote. Oh, I thought you were talking about that particular picture. It was up on 2 feet, like a skinwalker.
I don't know, but it doesn't look like, it looks to me like a smear or just, like, I don't know, some light.
Yeah, I don't really know what to
or
make of it.
I mean, that's what in this article on CBS that they do talk about it being a skinwalker.
The news is talking about skinwalkers now.
Yes.
It
I see.
says-
This is what I like.
Yeah, it said many social media users thought it could be a skinwalker, a
Oh wait, Skinwalker. That
a mythological creature in Navajo tradition that can shapeshift into an animal.
okay.
That's
What?
literally on CBS. So
That's what a Skinwalker is.
Sigh of relief.
Well, there's lots of different theories surrounding skinwalkers.
Let's hear them.
Well, the first one is, something that Jordan just described. Mythological creature, basically, in the story, the Navajo stories, skinwalkers were basically what, like when man and everything started coming out onto the territory, like nature needed something back to combat them, so they came up with skinwalkers. And Mother Nature and everything spits these things out, and they lure you out, apparently follow you around. Apparently, if a skinwalker follows you, they'll follow you around forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's like stalker.
Watched a lot of documentaries
crush.
on them. Yep.
You watch a lot of things.
I like to learn
On the
things.
television.
I like to learn. I know. I actually don't watch a lot of stuff on TV, but
You watch a lot of movies.
I used to.
Okay.
I definitely used to a lot more because when I was cutting weight for wrestling, like it was one of the things I would just
No food.
Yeah, I couldn't watch food, so I just became a movie buff, and I don't know, pop culture in general, but yeah, skinwalkers definitely. There's a lot. There's a couple there was a show about it, like the mystery at Skinwalker Ranch, but some people are legitimately creeped out by them. I don't know. I don't buy into it. I don't buy into it very much.
Yeah.
what was that show? That they literally went through
Monster
like,
Quest.
Was that it?
Now,
I used
Monster
to watch that show when I was a little kid.
Monster Quest was fun, but
I don't think you did Monster Quest go after like skinwalkers and like
it went over
I'm thinking
went
about
after like
that
everything.
like Mothman and stuff like that. That was Monster Quest.
Jordan
Is that the
saw
show I'm
Mothman
thinking of?
There
the
were
other
a bunch of different shows. Monster Quest was definitely one of them.
I don't know. I'd have to go look.
Interesting.
There was an old maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I used to watch that.
Yeah, and they'd have like animated figures and everything, like describing what it looked like, and
Yeah,
then
that
they
was
do
Monster Quest.
they do recreations of the stories and everything.
It's scary.
I guess the weird part is because you'll listen to people tell these stories, about running into Mothman or the Ozark Howler and all these different things, and they'll be telling these stories, and I don't know because you it scared me.
It's
Who
Tucker
is it?
Brown.
Tucker Brown from the R.A.
Hey.
Brown Ranch.
Put him on speaker.
Hey, Tucker,
Mike.
we're in a podcast right now. You want to say anything?
Oh, shoot.
I have you
Y'all
being
wanna say
recorded.
anything?
I have you being recorded right now.
Oh. What am I going to drop knowledge on?
Oh, we were talking about. Did you see that thing about
Conspiracy
the
theories.
skinwalker being in Amarillo or something like that by
chupacabra?
the zoo, the chupacabra?
No, I did not.
In all of your ranching experience, have you ever seen anything that you couldn't explain, like supernatural?
Man, I'm pretty boring, I guess, because no.
No, it just means you guys got all the monsters under control
They're
out there
scared.
in Throckmorton. You're just keeping on
Yeah,
lock.
right. That's right. Or they're scared to see me. I don't know. They're good at hiding their tracks.
I feel like I wouldn't want to mess with you or Ty Fox, so I understand their mindset.
Yeah. Right. They know.
They get it.
What
You
did
guys
we
are too punchy.
Tucker, what did we see that day that we were out there tagging those calves? Was it a coyote or was it a hog? I think it was a hog.
Yeah, it was it could have been a chupacabra. It looked
Oh,
like a mangy coyote. But
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Right there was our first chupacabra
Yeah.
sight.
Oh.
Yeah.
It could have been. It was a little too far to see, but I wish if only I had it on video.
Next time.
Next time. I'll call you back in like an hour if that's all right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, see y'all.
All right, peace.
Why would you
If
say
he-
sorry? Yeah.
Oh,
Because
sorry, I
he,
put you on mic.
because he called me and I didn't want to.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Fair
Hey,
enough,
at least
fair
you
enough.
picked up.
I'm wasting his time, so I don't want to.
What's your
Oh.
voicemail say?
My voicemail? I
Yeah.
think it's just normal. I used to have a good one.
What was it?
I forget what
Probably
I said.
something like,
It was like
making you
aloha. No,
think
it was like
that-
aloha, Mr. Hand, or something like that. And I remember Donnie said it once. He said he got mad about it.
yeah, because I think you make it sound like you answered the phone.
Dude,
That
Abril.
is annoying.
Abril's is like that. It's
Abril,
Like, Abril's is like, hello? Hello?
and it's how she
Oh, that's
answers the
annoying.
No,
phone
and it is
too.
too. She's like, hello?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I got you.
Nah, and you're like, bring it.
And then she
Abril.
laughs, and as soon as she starts laughing, and you have like time to process that it was a prank, it goes straight in. Please leave a voice. It
Yep.
does a
DB did my brother's a long time ago, and if you can imagine DB's best office voice, it was just, you'd call my brother Lane, be like, "Hi, you've reached the office of Lane Snyder. Please call back between the order of 6 and 6:30, and we'll return your calls in the order that we receive them. Thank you, and have a great day."
I'm making that my
But it
new
was,
one.
yeah, it was Dale. It was Dale
That's
doing
funny.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Abril's voicemail came off in Vegas, and I didn't know where she was, and I was like, "Dang, Abril, we are in Vegas. You're gonna get stolen."
How do you make voicemails?
You go to greeting.
You don't know how to make a voicemail? You mean record a voice?
Yeah.
You go this way.
Voicemail. Oh, greeting.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I do custom.
You're doing it right now?
Oh, yeah.
Custom. All right. I want you
Yeah,
to say
cool.
the office of Willie Wordle, CEO of Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin. And then you can just say whatever times. But make it in the morning. It'd be funny. Like
Make it-
4:30, like from 4 to 4:30 in the morning.
Okay. Hi, you've reached the offices of Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin. We're unable to get to the phone right now. Please call back between the hours of 4 and 4:37, and we'll return your call in the order we received them. Thank you. Have a great day.
Let's hear it.
Yep.
We're unable to get to the phone right now. Please call back between the hours of 4 and 4:37, and we'll return your call in the order we received them. Thank you. Have a great day.
That actually sounds official.
That's perfect. So now,
That sounds.
so now I'll just press save, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
and now you get to be woken up at
The operation
4:30.
couldn't be completed.
Oh, I
Why?
can record it again.
No, we can't do it again.
We're gonna have to do the
No, it's too perfect.
the Waze. We have to record the Waze app.
Yeah.
You're the one telling me.
she
Yeah,
has a funny
we
one.
can. We can record your own.
Yeah.
For those listening not familiar, Waze is it's an alternative to Google Maps. You download this app and plug in your address. It'll get you where you're going, just like any other one. But in
Tells
this
you where the cops are. It's really
Right.
good.
Ooh,
but in this one,
Help
you can
people out.
record your own navigation voice. So for make a right turn or whatever whatever you want to do. Time to get going. Like,
no.
we're running
Yeah.
late.
Hers is
Yeah. Mine's just
Crazy.
Kind of. If you're a nervous wreck driver, don't get the voices that I have because
it's like turn left.
right.
yeah.
makes me-
Yeah, it'll be like, yeah, take the left. No, right.
oh,
funny.
that's
There's a grizzly, like a grizzly reserve outside of Bozeman, Montana, and Grace and I've been there a few times. But every time I've ever driven by there, because they have a huge sign just off the highway, and all it says in just giant letters is "Bears turn now." And every time we drive by it, I just make a point, no matter who I'm with, to yell it as loud as I can, like "Bears turn now!"
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
running all over the road.
Yeah. All right. So where were we?
Oh, yeah.
Chupacabra, skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers.
Where and
They
where?
just come out of the ground.
Apparently, they travel through portals. It's yeah.
So it's kind of like
That's
Stranger
sci-fi.
Things.
Well, so what gave the story credibility for a long time was Skinwalker Ranch is where a lot of these things went down, right? Mm-hmm. For a period of time, the property was purchased by the United States Air Force in order to study the ongoings of what was going on. They didn't find anything, or so we know.
I feel like they had a lot though.
What was it called?
Skinwalker Ranch.
This is gonna come after.
Anyhow, so that gave credibility to all the stories and everything, because why would the government do anything, that didn't make sense? Anyhow, after a while, after the Air Force does their studies, doesn't release any of their findings, or they don't find anything. It was bought out by a millionaire, some guy who he was obsessed with the history of it and obsessed with figuring out what was going on. So he bought it, and I think he still owns it now. Maybe it changed hands before, but yep.
That much money, just are interested in something and just buy the whole.
Yep.
Supposedly, there's more UFO activity than Skinwalker activity at Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, then that goes into the Skinwalkers are actually aliens just trying to mess with us. I don't know. The only thing, they find a lot of cows that have been like surgically dissected out there.
Oh, that's sad.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you'll just have cows, but it doesn't look like an animal did it. It looks like somebody with a scalpel,
Like straight edge knives.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Maybe some serial killers are just taking
out cows.
Yeah. That's how it starts. Have you guys seen Baxter?
What?
My roommate in college was super obsessed with the serial killer show.
His name was Baxter?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think that's a Netflix
You
show.
named a cult after a serial killer?
I didn't name the colt. We got him. We got him that way.
His name was Baxter.
We got him
His
that
name was
way.
Baxter before we got him, yeah.
I think it's Baxter.
So wait, Baxter was the name of the killer, or Baxter
Yeah.
was the name of your room? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah.
That was Amy.
Investigative journalist George Knapp was who you were talking about. They talk
Maybe.
about all the crazy things that happen.
Well, there's lots of them.
Wikipedia.
Criticism.
Willie, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens. Like, Willie's house is haunted by a demon.
What?
That
I
stuff's
haven't
real.
seen
That stuff's
anything.
actually real.
Kevin
mess
used to
with
see
demons.
it.
Hey, you're the one that wants to go
Kevin
spend the
did.
night in that haunted hotel.
Yeah. Well, Kevin said he'd been seeing like this figure in his house, and yesterday there was a bird that was dead.
There was a
in
dead
his,
bird just
in his
sitting in our
front.
driveway.
Yeah,
Birds die.
it wasn't mangled or anything. Hadn't been hit. Like it was literally just dead on the ground.
I'll tell you guys the story that always spooked me out the most. There's a couple, but the one that always did, if we're talking about supernatural stuff again, if this is the conspiracy/supernatural beast podcast part 2,
Part 2.
then there is the story.
This is the one.
This
We
is
have
the
the conspiracy.
This is the one. Teddy Roosevelt tells a story about when he was back in Montana, back in the day. Because Teddy Roosevelt, he traveled all around and everything, and he came across this trapper, George Bauman, Bauman. And anyhow, George was a very, pretty hard, pretty rough and tough dude and everything. And Teddy Roosevelt meets him, and George tells him a story about how George is pretty frazzled by this. And Teddy Roosevelt describes him as like, this is the guy. He says, I had no reason not to trust him. And George says that him and his buddy, his partner and everything, they were out trapping in the woods and trapping beaver. And they go out there for a couple of days. Some strange things starts to happen. And all George can tell is all he can remember, or they saw of it was just a two-legged hairy thing falling around all the time. And they try to, this thing starts messing with them and everything, messing with stuff at their camp and doing all this, kind of just keeping them up at night, always just loud, like woman-like screams and everything in the middle of the night. And anyway, the thing spooks them out one night that they both decide tomorrow we're going to get out of here. We're not staying anymore. And so George wakes up in the morning. They had a few traps left out, like three traps. George was going to go pick them up. They were going to come back to camp and leave. And when George got back, it took him a little longer. His buddy said he had 4 bite marks on his neck, and he was just leaned up dead against a tree. So George just skinned out of there. Teddy Roosevelt wrote that story.
Left his friend.
Well, he was dead.
Well, Teddy Roosevelt. So was it a true story, or did Teddy Roosevelt just write that story?
Well, I can't ask Teddy Roosevelt. He wrote it down in his journal.
Dude.
He wrote it down in his journal because it's Teddy Roosevelt. If you ever read the writings of Teddy Roosevelt, he just describes in great detail all the things that go on, the people he meets and everything as he was kind of traveling the West. And he just says, there was one strange, this is Teddy Roosevelt. He goes, there was one strange thing that I came across. And he says, I met this guy, George Bowman. And that was the only, so that was back in the day. You never know. We could talk about Sasquatch all day if we wanted to.
You could.
I could. There is a book you guys need to read. And this is it's a non, obviously, or it's a fictional book, but it's by the guy who wrote World War Z, and it's called Devolution by Max Brooks. And basically what this book describes is this community living in the shadow of Mount Rainier, you know, close to Seattle and everything. And it's all these rich people, you know, they've got Wi-Fi, everything's solar powered. They get their groceries delivered by Amazon drones. And anyhow,
They know of the outside world, or
yes, yeah, they definitely do. They're like rich
So this
people
is
who
a
just,
recent book.
yeah, these are rich people who just want to get away, like live outdoors,
lot
but
of
not
those.
really. Absolutely. And anyhow, in the book, Mount Rainier blows up, and it, you know, knocks out their bridge. They can't get to town. Nobody's coming for them. They don't have any contact with the outside world now. And they only kept so many groceries. Anyhow, in all this hullabaloo around Mount Rainier, a group of Sasquatches starts to hunt the people in this little community. And anyway, I'm not going to spoil anything, but before every chapter and everything, because he's describing, you know, how these Sasquatch and everything devour meat, and he goes and he talks about how, you know, chimps and stuff in the jungle. He says when you see them eat meat, these chimps, like they go nuts over meat, and how he's just like describing how Bigfoots are just kind of, you know, kind of the same thing and everything. And it's how I don't know.
It scared you.
Wasn't Mount Rainier like, didn't it become active like like a couple years ago?
It's always been active.
Well, isn't it dormant?
Nope. Mount Rainier's always been an active one. Yep, it was still. I don't know. They'll have rumblings and everything, but it's on camera all the time. And yeah, there's a couple towns around there. That was one of the few deals. I remember we had to do like earthquake drill or Mount Rainier drills every now and then. Had to be aware.
My aunt and uncle live at the base of it.
Yeah, and so
My aunt does live at the base of Mount Rainier.
Dang, so their house is gone if that thing decides to erupt.
yeah, there was a
Yeah,
town,
yeah.
Dang.
Yelm.
RIP.
I think it was Yelm, over there. But yeah, they had like, if the mountain ever blew, they had maybe 10 minutes or something.
Dang.
So can you drive that far and like out of reach in 10 minutes?
They had a drill where they had to go up on a hill, like, you know, because they were just kind of in the bottom of this valley, and apparently if the mountain blew, they'd have to, you know, get up there. But yeah, you never know. 10
Interesting.
minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah, my family
Dude.
lived in, I think it's Eatonville.
Oh yeah, definitely. But anyway, yeah.
Can you go to
just
the top of it?
climb Mount Rainier? Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I bet there's touristy stuff.
There's lots of. I mean, it's a national park and everything, so
Yeah.
we'd always go hike there and look for Sasquatch, but never found anything.
Not even any evidence.
Maybe they're living down inside the volcano.
It's a theory. It's a theory.
It's
You know what?
possible.
Yeah, you can make a
Yeah.
theory about anything if you want.
You can. Walking on the moon.
Walking on the moon.
I don't know about the chupacabras. I can't.
I have a lot of faith that we did, in fact, visit the moon.
Really?
I believe we visited
Yeah.
the moon.
Share your.
Well, there was like a couple of things, like just like taking the technology. Now I'm going solely off of what this guy's article said, but like it was a pretty credible source. I forget who it was, but it was like a college that wrote it that had a pretty good like videography, I guess, department, which you don't really think about schools
Right.
having. But anyways, it was like a film school.
Yeah.
So like they went through and calculated using all of the equipment that they had back then that it would have taken to recreate
Right.
what they showed on the moon, and it would have been more expensive to recreate and fake the moon landings with the videography that they had at that time period with that equipment
Right.
than it was to actually just go to the moon
Yeah.
and film it.
Yeah.
Here's what I think about the moon landing. I think that we did go, but I think a lot of the footage was fake. And this is kind of out there, but because you can look at a lot of the materials and everything, they took a picture of one of the guys in training and then literally just cut him out of the picture and then posted it on a black screen. It was like, look at this picture they took of this guy in
Was
space.
like the newspapers did that kind
That
of
was
stuff.
real?
I'm talking
newspaper-
about like the
Right.
stuff if you go onto
No.
NASA's website and they put out.
The
Yeah,
videos.
and you mean? But we were still talking back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
like back out in
Um,
yeah. But like newspapers, like they did that time all the time, like during World War II. Yeah,
Right.
that's crazy stuff like that just never happened.
What I think in the race to get to space, you know, because the United States was trying to outgun Russia and everything. It was a race, first one to get there. I think that we did actually go to the moon, but just in case we didn't,
They
had a bunch of
backup
they had enough
film.
fake stuff. They had
Make
enough
up for
fake
it.
stuff to make it look like we did. And I don't really have a whole lot of evidence except for the fact that I don't know. I've always been you know, but
Yeah.
that's what I think, and
Yeah.
it seems sound.
There's
Nah.
always like those like shoe conspiracy theories, like these aren't the same shoes that they worn on the moon or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that
I don't
kinda
know.
stuff.
the flag is waving. Yeah, they can't. You
Yeah.
know, it would have been dark where they were at. There's all sorts of
Haters
things.
gonna hate.
I think no matter
So
what.
we
Yeah.
did
USA.
it.
It
Yeah.
is crazy to think that, like, I think it was 1903 that the Wright brothers flew the first airplane.
Right.
Mhm.
And then until from July, or not July, from 1903 to 1969, we already had, like, the equipment to get to the moon, like, within the span of 66 years. That's
Right.
insane.
Well, did you ever see there's a documentary by, it was like a series with Mike Rowe. I guess I do watch a lot of TV. There's a series with Mike Rowe, and it's how booze built America or whatever, and he just starts
I think I remember
how
hearing
like
something about
how
that.
prohibition and everything
Yeah.
led to moonshiners, and moonshiners, the Kennedy family got rich through moonshiners, and then like all of these things, and how
Kennedy family?
the Kennedys, they were moonshiners.
I never
Yep.
heard that.
Most
Things
definitely.
that you don't learn in school.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Just read the right books. What other conspiracies we got? Or what is it? Yeah, we didn't really go over current news at all.
Oh yeah, the trial isn't that finished? Or he
Yeah,
won
Johnny Depp
Yep.
won.
and Amber Heard. Is it Heard or Hurt?
Heard.
I think it's
Heard.
Heard.
Let's see.
What roles has she played? I didn't.
She-
She
Aqua
He was in
was in-
Aquaman too.
I've never seen any of those. They look dumb.
Although I heard that she's not going to be in the next one.
She shouldn't be. I think her career should be done.
Yeah, but everyone's
Crazy.
saying that about Johnny Depp too.
Yeah, but I think what they should do is for what they were going to do to Johnny Depp, just do to Amber Heard, because now we'll never get to see another Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think
Thanks to her.
I think it's
Oh
ridiculous.
no, they're gonna make another one.
I think it's ridiculous that like. I mean, I guess it goes into like anything you do, but like. I mean, that was kind of like a personal matter, and it's
Yeah.
like
Top
keeping them
news
from, like-
everywhere. Yeah.
it's top news everywhere, and it's keeping them from being in movies and stuff, and it's taking away from their acting talent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. Like that had nothing to do with how they act and how they, like it had. I mean, it's not really any
No.
of their business.
It also goes against
But-
being like innocent until proven guilty. Like
Yeah.
that he was proven guilty he was guilty until proven innocent.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I understand it's touchy, like especially with abuse cases and stuff like that. Like that
Yeah.
stuff sucks, but like I don't know. It's really an interesting subject because then you want to be like, man, we don't know if he's actually like this.
Right.
But then also it's kind of like, if he is, he kind of really sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they canceled him a little too early
Yeah.
and just expected that he did something wrong even though he didn't.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if you are a really good actor, like your face, like you're in the public eye and like you're an actor, so like whatever you do, even if it's in your personal life, like it's not personal. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
It's like you're signing away like your personal life too.
I guess
I'm
it just
upset
I guess it
about
just
Pirates of
really
the
don't
Caribbean.
care about actors all that much.
No, but
That-
I really
that's
like
my
Pirates
pro-
of the Caribbean.
So did I. I love those
Now
movies.
Captain Jack Sparrow's done. We'll
Right.
never see another one.
Well, they started a weekend off a little bit there. The first three were awesome. The last
Yeah.
two, not my favorite.
Yeah. Got a point.
Yeah, I don't.
So he will be in the next one?
No, he got fired by Disney, and I think he came out and said he'll never do anything with Disney again.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Everybody's
Yeah.
got a price.
There wasn't going to be a Top Gun 2 either.
Yeah, but there was.
There was.
And it was awesome.
It was
You guys
amazing.
saw it?
I've seen it twice.
Oh, that's
I'm
awesome.
gonna go see it again.
I want to see it this weekend.
Oh, it's yeah.
Dude,
I-
it's good.
I think it's still playing in town.
Uh,
Yeah,
Don't know
no.
what I think.
Top Gun 2 was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I was geeking out the whole time. When it starts off, when Danger Zone
Yeah.
starts playing at the beginning, like,
And it's
I was
like-
just, what?
No.
And they just recreated that scene, but now it's F-18s.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
Pretty-
the F-18's a cool.
pretty sweet.
It's underrated.
I guess that's an actor that I probably should care about.
Tom Cruise.
Well, then you see all the training he does and everything, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it just annoys me how positive he is all the time. You know, maybe
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
think he was that way because he got kind of caught up in that Scientology stuff.
Oh, not kind of caught up in it. He's
Really?
Really caught. He
he's in
was. I don't think he's in it now. I think
I don't know about that one.
I thought he got out because I watched.
Is it like a cult?
There's
Yeah.
He's
there's a documentary about it on Netflix.
Oh, really? Tom
It's-
Cruise is in it?
It's a recognized
so.
religion. I'm
it's
not
a cult.
defending it. I'm just saying.
The Church
I
of
don't-
Scientology.
I don't know.
What do
hard
they
to get out of, right?
What do they believe?
Oh, this guy, this science fiction writer.
Oh, that's a really good start.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. I don't even think we should talk about it. I think
Yeah, it's
Scientology will find our podcast
We
and
will-
flag it.
we will.
They're pretty crazy.
Not as bigger.
That would
They'll
make
stalk you.
that would make my day though if Scientology found
Showed up at our door.
our podcast and was
Showed up
like,
here.
hey, you guys can't be talking about
Do they
that.
believe in Jesus Christ?
No,
No.
they're not.
actually, I have no idea. I don't know that much about it. I just know the main guy and Tom Cruise is like some admiral or whatever.
An ad?
I thought he had gotten out of it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Dang.
Anyhow. But he is a good movie star. See,
Hey,
that's
yeah.
the thing. Why I don't really care what movie stars do, as long as they make good movies, and they're not.
No, if
they're
just a
not
piece of
horrible,
crap.
horrible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for the rest of that, I don't really care who they're dating. I don't really care what
Yeah.
religion they have or what they do. That
Just keep making
I
cool
just
movies.
just make good movies.
At the end of the day, how many of these people do you think watching this really care? They just want us to keep making cool stuff.
Although it is fun to see, like, oh,
Well,
he's
we like our
Christian.
listeners.
No, I know. I'm saying in the listeners' defense, I
Right.
like the listeners too. What I'm saying is like, in the reality, how many of them do you think really care that my favorite color is red? Probably none of them.
I think
I think you're mistaken.
I think it just should be, look, if you go in watching a documentary, you're going into a documentary to learn something.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I go to the movie to see Top Gun 2, I'm not watching Top Gun 2 because of the political statement I think it's
I'm
going
not
to
going
make.
how to fly a plane watching.
No, but I am going to see some
Trying to
awesome, like,
entertain.
I want to see
Yeah.
some awesome stuff, and that's why, I don't know, I enjoy movies that are contained,
Yeah.
I don't know how to
There's no
explain it.
political agenda. There's like it's purely there for entertainment.
Entertainment.
It's a movie. If you want to make a politically fueled, charged movie and market it as such, I will go watch it. But I don't want to just go, and go see what I think is going to be an action movie, and it turns into,
A political.
exactly.
agenda,
It turns into a spiel about global politics. That part annoys me.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
I'm the same way.
sometimes you just want to go watch a movie. That's just strictly entertaining, and when it ends, it ends.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Although it
with
is,
you there.
it is kind of crazy to think, like, how the governments like take over some things, or like government control in those movies.
Yeah.
Like, what if that did happen? Like just being aware. But I mean, if you're going to a movie, not to think about like,
Exactly. I don't know.
super deep
At the end of the
into
day,
it.
it's entertainment,
Yeah.
and I think it should be treated as such. In which case, I don't care much about the personal lives of actors.
No.
It doesn't add anything to the movie for me.
I will say the one cool thing that Tom Cruise does with the Top Gun movies is that all the plane flying is legit. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
All the
Oh yeah.
It's not.
He has his license.
Yeah,
No, he wasn't actually flying the F-18.
but he
But
he
But
is.
everything that you see with the F-18 is all like they
Those are
legit
actual naval.
float.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are actual Navy pilots.
And we're not
Yeah.
giving any spoilers away, but there's a few parts where they start hitting the G's pretty hard.
Yeah.
And like you can see, when you start to see their face and
Yeah.
everything get sucked back, and that's legit.
Yeah. Well, I forget what it was. The Navy had a rule that they allowed.
They allowed them to fly
Yeah,
under
they-
50 feet,
Yeah, at 600, like over 600 miles per hour.
which is insane.
What?
Yeah.
Like most of the time, if you're flying under 50 feet, like you're coming in for landing, so obviously you're going to
Right.
be under 600 miles per hour, but you can't exceed that.
I guess, and the biggest thing about those, like a big thing that I always think about when I leave movies like that is just to, like, you can't understand that kind of speed. How can I,
Yeah.
There's only one
Yeah.
way.
I was thinking about that the other day because that Bill Colt or whatever bucked when I saddled him, and it was, it was a little exciting there for a minute, and then he slowed down and stopped.
Yeah.
And I was thinking how, I don't know, just how different like the levels of excitement are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like my life is very slow compared to going 9 G's over a
Dude.
mountaintop.
Or or like, going through canyons and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like just
Absolutely.
thinking of, like one like half, like
Right.
1 foot difference.
Dude, like half a second of like not being focused and you're done.
Absolutely.
I bet everything's in slow motion though, like for them in that moment.
I bet
like,
you they're just so razor focused, like those
About- yeah.
pilots.
You have to be.
Right.
I talked to a couple when I was going into college. Like I wanted to be a pilot.
Right.
Like I was set on it.
I mean, just think about like they're going so fast.
Yeah.
So like some of the studies, about like when texting and driving came out,
Yeah.
going 55 miles an hour. If you look down at your phone for 5 seconds, you've gone a football length.
Right.
So imagine.
So now imagine going
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Mach
Yeah.
1 or going like faster than the speed of sound because F-18s I think are capable of going faster than.
Yeah.
They,
I know
they
it-
break the sound barrier because that's what that boom is when like you've seen those
Yeah.
pictures of that like
Yeah.
dissipation. That it's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
But like that's what there's like you just get like razor. I guess it's almost like when you're getting on a bull or something like that, and like you're just putting all of your focus on
Yeah.
that.
I think your brain, I think your mentality adapts to whatever you start to put it through on the regular. Like
That
you,
one died.
I think
Dang
you
it.
live in flow space.
yes,
In flow
absolutely.
state.
Yeah.
You live
be
in
right
flow
back.
state.
Yep. You want us to wait for you, or
No. Keep
okay?
going.
It's like for us, it's only 8 seconds. All right, maybe 10 seconds working.
Right.
Figuring your get
But
off.
once you-
but
8
that's like
yeah.
hours.
13 jumps in 8
Yeah.
seconds.
Well, I guess like taking off and just cruising and stuff, you probably have time. But like when you're in the actual dog fight.
But dogfight. I was still talking about bucking horses.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
sorry.
I remember the first time where it actually, because it'll slow down for you. I remember the first time I was in Port Angeles, Washington, and I finally got on this horse. And granted, he was just like an old campaigner and everything. But it was the first time where I was just actually, you can have like whole conversations with yourself. I was thinking about, because I remember I was kind of close to the other side of the fence, and I could you can see people in the stands. I think you're.
That
I think
doesn't
you're.
happen with me at all.
It will though if you
Yeah,
keep
eventually,
getting
yeah.
on it, and keep it on your mind.
Yeah.
Every time you get on a bull shouldn't be the first time you're getting on a bull.
Yeah.
No,
No, it's definitely
and,
not like that, but it's not like I can think clearly.
Oh, and it'll get there, man. Just keep it on your mind, man. We always end up talking about. What did we start off with? Conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Oh yeah,
Speaking of
chupacabra.
chupacabra, I don't want to ruin the movie.
There's a chupacabra movie.
No, I'm talking about Top Gun. Like it was a conspiracy theory.
Oh,
There's a nod in the movie to like experimental aircraft.
right.
And like Lockheed Martin had this program. Maybe it was just Lockheed. I don't know if it was Lockheed Martin at the time. But anyways, Lockheed. You ever heard of Lockheed Martin?
Yeah.
They're like whatever contractor, military contractor, design technology. But they had this department called Skunk Works.
I'm listening.
Like so, Skunk Works like they had like this little cartoon. It looks like it just like Snow White skunk looking thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they put that on the tail of their planes. But like, have you heard of the Blackbird, the SR-71 Blackbird?
I feel like I have. That's a
It
weird.
was like I'll pull up a picture. It's in
Yeah.
Transformers actually.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That old
Yeah.
dude.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, so they were using the Vietnam era, and I think up until about the 80s. Anyways, they were a surveillance plane. Like they didn't have any
Right.
air-to-air, air-to-ground capabilities or anything. They were just solely surveillance. But they were freaking fast. I forget how fast, but like these guys were able to be like I forget where. It might have been in California. I'm not exactly sure where their base was, but they would fly their missions to Vietnam
Right.
in just a couple of hours. But they'd live in California. Like
Right.
by nighttime, they'd be back home
That'd be wild.
with their families in California, and they just
Yeah.
flew across the world. Like they could beat the sun. But
Right.
anyways, everything where they did all the testing and stuff like that was at Area 51. I think Skunk Works did a bunch, or I don't know if Skunk Works did, but I know the B-2 bomber and the F-117, that stealth fighter that looked really
Right.
crazy like a V.
Yep.
They were all developed at Area 51 too. Like that's
Yeah.
where you get a bunch of that conspiracy about UFOs. But it's really just
That would
the government testing these crazy looking planes and
wild.
stuff. Like
Why-
the Blackhawks
Yeah.
that they used for Bin Laden. They were developed there too.
Right.
That's cool.
My grandpa just gave me a patch. He was he was in the Air Force. He was a
dang.
mechanic. He worked on the F-101 Voodoo.
Dang,
So he gave
those
me
are cool.
he
Yeah,
gave me
old
his
school.
he gave me his patch, and it just says Voodoo Medicine Man on
Yeah.
there, like because he was just the mechanic.
Uh-huh.
But that was the F-101 was the first I think subsonic jet.
Yeah.
Like
Was it? I think by Vietnam was already retired, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
'Cause
was.
It was like mid to late 50s, early 60s, and then they
Yeah.
cut that.
But yeah, he was a mechanic.
Dang,
on
dude,
one.
that's
That
cool.
I thought it was awesome.
Have you seen gone to a museum and seen one up close?
Couple the Museum of
I don't
Flight
understand
over in
how-
Washington was
how
always fun.
Guys could fly them.
Do
I
they
no
have
idea.
one at that museum here in Mineral Wells?
There's a museum in Mineral Wells.
Yeah,
What is
the
it?
National Vietnam Museum is in Mineral Wells.
Oh yeah, we've driven by it
yeah, I
several
want to go
times.
visit, but like
Yeah.
the building doesn't look any bigger than our warehouse, which is
Maybe
really
it's just-
sad.
I wonder
that,
how
like,
much it costs to go.
We
can't
could
be
go.
that
Field trip.
expensive.
Yeah, it would be fun.
I would totally go.
I love
my
museums.
grandpa's in Vietnam.
That'd be a cool like Winnebago weekly.
Yeah, because they've got a Huey sitting out on front.
Yeah.
They got one of those the Brown River Navy,
Right.
those patrol boats. It's in Apocalypse Now too. Those
Maybe-
things are freaking cool.
Maybe we can do it the same day we stay the night in the hotel. in
The
Mineral
haunted
Wells.
hotel. Is it at
Oh, yeah,
night?
that
Like
would
They
be
let
cool.
you film in there?
I don't know.
That's
We gotta
what we
talk.
wanna
We gotta
try.
reach out to William Clark Green and be like, hey man, like we want to spend the night, and make a video of us in the Baker, because supposedly the Baker Hotel is really haunted.
Really
Going back,
haunted.
kicking back to where we were talking about earlier, in
Right.
the podcast about paranormal. So Bonnie and Clyde stayed
at that hotel.
Judy Garble, am I saying it right? The girl who played in Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
Judy
yeah.
Garble.
Garland? I don't remember. But
Anyways, yeah, she stayed there. There's a bunch of big actors. I could look it up, but yeah.
It's
Oh
haunted.
wait, just actors, just people with tragic stories have
Not-
stayed there.
Mm,
I'm sure there's been other people that have not tragic. Like,
is it a
vibes.
nice hotel though? If I'm gonna pay money
Back
to
in the
spend
day,
the
it was.
night,
It's not.
We're
It's
not
being
it's not
renovated
anymore?
right now.
It's being renovated.
Oh.
It's completely
It
closed.
was abandoned for a couple.
I just mean like,
years.
am I gonna be sleeping on the floor?
Yeah,
because
probably.
that's gonna affect
we're
my
gonna be
pockets.
ghost
Probably
hunting.
Yeah,
We're not
probably
gonna be sleeping.
Yeah.
We're gonna be ghost hunting it.
If
It's a
I
huge
yeah.
building. You see,
Oh.
you've
Was
seen
it always scary, like sketchy, haunted?
No,
or not?
like when it was first built, like it was like a really nice hotel.
There
It's a really nice
there is a place right down the road from the hotel that's a house that was served as a brothel back in the day that had some paranormal stuff. You can pay to stay in that one.
I'm not convinced that one's real.
I don't know.
Joe and I have argued about it already.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
think it's
watched
real.
enough. They're pretty particular on their stuff. Like they when you pay to stay in the Airbnb or whatever, they have it on an Airbnb or whatever.
Right.
Um,
What if you didn't know it was haunted?
Family vacation.
What the
It's the
hell?
only place I could find. These
Yeah.
rates are so low.
yeah. Well, it's
I'll
not.
take
It's
it.
not exactly cheap to stay there. But anyway, they review your adventure. Like they review your
Oh, right.
because they don't want you to fake anything. They actually and they have cameras all throughout the house too to make sure that you're not like staging stuff that happened.
Planting
So like
stuff.
they go back and
Right.
watch that after they've watched your investigation to make sure you didn't go like put a pot right here that's like barely on the edge and then like
Yeah.
jump somewhere way over there so then it falls, you know? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
like they do that kind of stuff. So I'm not saying we'll go stay in that one because
Right.
I think the Baker Hotel would be better.
Yeah. Especially like, I don't know. I already have a tough enough time with all the paranormal stuff. Like I feel like if you're paying to go to a haunted place, like
Oh, wait. You have a tough time like you're scared of ghosts or?
no, a tough time
Oh.
Like it's
believing
fake.
it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. If I went to the Baker Hotel and I was supposed to be there by myself the whole time, yeah, I'd be on edge, 100%.
Yeah.
But
By yourself anywhere, it's like,
yeah, I would
think
just
it would be-
then it start creeping on my mind, and then you like mentally, then you're like, oh, I think I saw something, and you start building up stuff that didn't really happen.
Yeah, but
No.
if you did it with a couple people and we all
oh yeah, and
witness
if we
the
all
same
saw it-
thing,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you're paying somewhere, like I just feel like they're gonna have things in there that happen. But like if you paid for a haunted house and nothing happened, you'd want a refund or you'd be upset. Like
Yeah.
they're a business. Like when
well,
they bring a
don't
business aspect
guarantee
into
it though.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I don't know.
good.
I just feel like as soon as you bring a business into it, like I'm skeptical. But
You
like
would
the
have to
Baker-
see what I
yeah.
seen. Like
but,
you
the
need to watch the
Baker-
video
The Baker Hotel. No, yeah, I've watched the video. That's when I first
of
brought it
that
up.
guy
Yeah.
that like legitimately said nothing happened for the first half of the
I just
night.
don't believe that crap. Like if you're making a business and they're making a video and putting it out, like they're there to make money. And if they don't have any haunted things actually happening and they're trying to make like if I was a ghost and someone was making money off of my like I just wouldn't haunt that place anymore. Like joke's on you, bro, I'm out. Like nothing's happening.
I don't know.
anymore. But like the Baker Hotel, they don't advertise like they're renovating it for people to go back in there.
Right.
So like if we went in there, like that's not what they do. I think that'd be cool. Another really haunted place is Gettysburg.
I have heard that one's pretty gnarly.
I worked at camp there, and it.
Oh, you
was-
did?
Yeah.
I can't. What do you mean?
what camp?
So in high school, there's like a high school soccer camp.
Oh, I
So
got
the
you.
high
At
school team will
Gettysburg?
go there. Gettysburg has this really nice college there.
Oh.
It's crazy expensive. It's private,
Right.
but I went there, and then when I was in college, and I was a counselor as like one of like the college player junior coaches, whatever deal. I don't know, stupid, but I went there, and that place it gets weird.
Did
I was
you get
in-
money?
Yeah, they paid me
Hey.
when I was there, but like I don't know, I never had anything haunted, but you just get like it's more not really eerie, but more of like a humble feeling because my mom's
Yeah.
crazy into genealogy, and I actually had an ancestor that was killed at Gettysburg.
Damn.
And like that regiment that he came from was in the same hometown where my grandparents still left. So like
Right.
if I was still living there, that probably would have been the regiment that I would have been in.
That's
Or
weird.
I
to
guess
think
I was
about.
living in Maryland at that time, but you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like it was in Center County, Pennsylvania. I forget what regiment. It's like 53rd or something.
We had a battleground pretty close to us that had
North
some
Carolina.
pretty
Like the whole down from like where you're at all the way up to where I'm at.
everywhere you go. There's,
Because I think Gettysburg was the northernmost that the gals that it got, but like after that you go down south, like
yeah,
there's just Civil War stuff everywhere.
yeah, the one place we went to, like you just kind of like had this weird feeling, and the guy that was taking us on tour, you know, he told us a ghost story about that place, and he like, so it was like an old plantation house that the Civil War, you know, they took over to use as a hospital, and they actually did like amputations in the living room of this house, and they said that like they would throw all like the legs and
Yeah.
arms out the window, and they would just stack all the way up with like just body.
It's the same
random-
with Getty. Like I guess it at one point was a college's like main office or whatever, but like during the Civil War, the college was there during the Civil War.
Right.
Yeah.
But during the Civil War, there was the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they were using that and just up to these like 13-foot windows. Like they said, there's
Ugh.
be like
Piles.
wagon-fulls of dead horses, and like mixed in with the dead horses were just body parts that
Yeah.
they'd cut off and just lay there, dead bodies, and they just haul them off.
Didn't they
Dang.
like not clean their like knives and stuff? So
No,
you,
they just go on to the next one.
Yeah.
you could just imagine that.
You never heard? Yeah.
No, I know that. I
I mean, I'm sure some of them attempted it, but like
I never thought on to the next one would be used in Civil War history.
Yeah.
I used to fry
It's
everything.
pretty
dude.
applicable.
It
Yeah.
was
Fair
pretty
point.
crazy though. Like when we went and toured that place, like we went upstairs and,
Yeah.
and this guy didn't tell us this till after.
Yeah.
And I felt weird the whole time I was there. Not like
Not, I don't
Like,
know. For
kinda
me,
like what you were
it's
saying,
more of like
like-
a humble feeling just to realize how many people died here, like
Yeah.
fighting for their
What we have
cause.
now.
Yeah, for what we have now. Like, cause the Gettysburg was like the bloodiest campaign.
Oh yeah.
Not the most
Yeah.
single day was Antietam,
Right.
which was in Maryland, which wasn't that far from me either. But Gettysburg was like the deadliest 3 days in American history.
Right.
yeah.
Just the fact of like how much violence, and it's like it's so beautiful there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but like just to think of like how much carnage
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
there.
Strange times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, on a lighter note,
On a lighter note,
yes, Blythe. No.
What's your lighter note, Cole?
I don't think I would. I don't think I would have signed up for the Civil War. I think I would have been a Texas
dude.
Ranger. I think if I was down
Yeah.
here,
thinking
those Texas
yeah.
Rangers, you know, where they'd only hire orphans,
Mhm.
and yeah, do one of those dudes.
Have you? Well, you have
No,
you fired
be one of those
a
dudes.
black powdered
Have I?
rifle or weapon of any
I
sort?
fired a black powder revolver before, and those are sweet.
Yeah. Well, I had a muzzleloader, and like, I've gone to like watch like Civil War reenactments everywhere.
We should go to a Civil War
I'm pretty
reenactment.
sure
That
that's
would
what
be
Tucker
funny.
was calling me about. So Throckmorton.
Wait,
has
what?
Listen, they have a Pioneer Day. I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. Well, they want volunteers to do a simulated gunfight.
We're going. We're
Carson,
going. No,
Carson
we're
and I
going.
already volunteered to be part of it.
Call him back. Tell him I'll do it.
All right.
Cole
Well, that's what he
wants in.
called me for. So when I call him back,
Okay. As soon as this podcast is over,
Yeah.
we're signing up for that. Do I get to dress up?
that's what
Obviously,
that's
I
what I'm
get to dress
guessing.
up, yeah.
But I don't have anything. I'm guessing maybe we get to keep
Do
the
you have-
guns. Probably don't get to keep the
I
guns.
doubt we
but
get
it'd
to
be
keep the
cool.
guns.
That'd be cool though.
Right.
But anyways,
A mock gunfight? Like,
yeah. Could you imagine being in the Civil War legit? Like those things freaking it's like a mini cannonball.
dude, let's talk about this fake
kickback.
gunfight real quick, though.
Yeah.
Hold
Carson-
on. Are we like, what are we,
I don't
what
know.
are we recreating? Just,
Tucker just randomly texted me and he was like, I told him that I'd talk to you guys as in like the Rodeo Time crew.
I'm 100% in. Yep, I don't care.
I told him like right off the bat, I was like, Carson and I would definitely do it. So I'll
Oh.
say you too. We'll see.
I won't be here.
DB needs
Yeah.
some
Where
help
you
in
headed?
the warehouse.
That softball game.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
girl.
Talk
Yeah.
about that. We
Yeah,
did some training
so-
last night.
Yeah. So last night, so I got invited to go play at it's called the Celebrity Softball Classic. We actually get to play at the Globe Life Arena
It's pretty sick
this
setup.
Saturday. Yeah.
How'd you get in this?
I knew a buddy that was going, and I was like, how do I get in on this? Like, how do I get to go play? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of like had mentioned it, and he was like, heck yeah, I'll throw your name out there, and he did, and they took
Said,
the
"Why
bait or
not?"
whatever. So,
Hey.
Took the bait. Jordan's
Yeah.
gonna play some softball.
so we're going to that. So me, Willie, Carlos, and Donnie last night went out there and tried to practice some.
Yeah.
I had a
Successful?
blast. It was fun.
it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
But yeah, there's gonna be like a bunch of like. So I looked at the videos from the softball game last year to see like what I was actually getting myself into. Not that competitive because you can't. It's hard. It's slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Is it in
got-
the middle of the day?
It's at 5.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
But-
not
But
bad.
it's inside like an air conditioned.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go earlier because like
A bad
it's a
practice.
2-day
Yeah.
event. It's really a 2-day event, but
Saturday
I don't want
and
to go
Sunday?
Friday. No, it's a Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Friday isn't much of anything. Like I guess they're doing some stuff, like, but it's really just more of a party. So I'm not gonna go to that because I don't really.
You don't like parties?
I
You don't
mean,
party?
I just don't. I just don't. I don't know.
Are
She
you going
doesn't
by? Are
party.
you going by yourself?
On Saturday,
Just-
probably because Donnie's going to that rodeo. So
Yeah.
I was gonna
Johnny
go
can
to-
actually hit dingers, believe it or not.
Whoa,
I
yeah.
believe it. He's built like he's built like a high school athlete.
They're scary.
Oh,
Like a high school athlete. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's a compliment or an insult.
Yeah, like he used to be an athlete in high school. Then he just kind of
backhanded
gave up.
compliment.
Yeah,
Johnny, are you hearing this?
Cole is good at those.
Oh no, it was a compliment. He was probably really good. What
Oh,
sports
You look back.
did you play in high school, Donnie?
I
football.
think football and baseball, right?
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Yeah.
So that
But
checks
there's going to be some good people on my
Offensive
team.
line.
I know. So that's good. Like Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys.
Dude, those guys aren't even athletic.
Yeah. I know, like,
Yeah.
there's a old Yankees player. It's on my team, Phil
Dude, the
Cook.
Yankees suck.
Dang, Willie.
I actually don't like the Yankees.
Who's on
Yeah.
your celebrity softball team?
No, I'm excited
Exactly.
For it.
Yeah.
I went out and trained with her. I'm excited for it. Where were you during the training, Cole? I just don't like the Yankees.
Oh, that's right.
I can't remember.
forgot. You're
Sorry.
closer. You're closer to that.
Yeah, there's like some UFC fighters. I think I saw that there's an Olympic snowboarder on my team.
Sean White is
that's
on your
cool.
team.
No.
Dude, Sean White is on our team.
Be pretty
Could you
awesome.
imagine that'd be pretty? I would be pretty jealous if Sean White was on your team and I didn't get to meet him.
Yeah, I was looking
Team
at the
pick.
roster though, but
Mountain Dews, baby.
Does
I
your team
love
look
that.
good
yeah.
compared?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Look
compared.
stacked.
I mean, I don't know compared to
Oh,
like
'cause
the
you
other
haven't.
team because I don't.
Yeah, but the other team hasn't been training.
The
You've
other
been
team has
training.
like
Oh, yeah.
so like the Chrisleys from the Chrisleys Know Best will be there, like
Uh-huh.
Todd Chrisley.
Do you know who they are?
No
I
idea.
didn't either.
It's like
I-
some,
Here to
it's
show
some
you.
like
No
TV.
idea.
I don't know it. My mom is obsessed with their
the
show.
Gronkowskis are.
The Gronkowski
Yeah.
brothers will be there.
Their whole family is athletic.
Mm.
Like
I don't
Rob
know. There's just
Yeah.
a bunch of random like Casey Donahue's gonna be there.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
Well, he's a musician, so you don't have to worry about him.
I mean, yeah. I know.
You played softball in high school,
No, not in high school. Middle
Oh.
school.
in middle school.
That's all right. That's only been
It's a long
like
time ago.
15, 20 years ago now.
Not that long ago.
15 years ago.
14. Yeah.
Yeah, 14 years ago.
Oy. Oy.
I'm old.
Dang, how long ago were you in middle school?
Oh, yeah.
What year did you graduate high school?
Like
12.
Golly,
Yeah,
dude, I was in middle school in 2012.
I graduated.
Wow.
I
I was
graduated
too.
in 13.
No kidding.
no kidding.
What grade were you in 2013?
I think I got into high school in 2014. 2013, 2014.
So you were in middle school when I graduated high school too.
Wait, when you graduated in 2013?
Yeah.
Dang. No. Yeah, 2013, 2014, I was a freshman. So, yeah. When you were graduating, I was in 8th grade. You're old. She was in 7th grade, right?
Yeah, I was.
Weren't you a year behind me? Because you're 2018?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
No,
Same-
2019.
Oh, you're 2019. She was in 6th grade.
Sixth grade.
She wasn't even in middle school when you graduated.
That's crazy.
There were a lot of people. There's a lot of people younger than me.
That's crazy.
It's like giving you guys a hard
whole
time
world's
about it.
full
That
of
is
them.
great. I forget how old you guys are.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Just little kids.
Yeah.
We're just
When
little
I called the
babies.
know,
when
what
I
is
called
it?
the
Little
chiropractor yesterday, they were like, "Are you over 18?" I was like,
Oh,
"Yes, yes, I am actually."
The
By
story-
almost 10 years.
The story I always tell is that I got carded to buy a lighter once in Montana, and
When?
you don't. This is like 3 years ago now, but I look pretty much the same, and yeah, because you have to be at least 16 in this gal. I don't smoke cigarettes, by the way. I was buying a lighter to start a fire.
It's lighters are actually really handy to have.
Absolutely,
Believe
he
it or
would
not.
know. You survived.
that's all.
Wild.
I actually
yeah.
use weatherproof matches that you can buy at Walmart. If you guys are like having a survival kit, get those instead of a lighter because I had both, and the match was way.
Yeah, but man, if you but you always that's part of what you put in your pocket every day.
You're not gonna keep matches in your pocket.
You have a knife, a Bic lighter, your ranch keys,
and your wallet.
and your wallet.
That's really all you need.
But I mean, just
It's nice to
those.
have a phone though.
Yeah,
Guys have big pockets though. Like
That's true.
Dude,
Girls'
those
pants?
Wrangler 936s, their front pockets are not big.
Uh,
I stopped wearing them
Welcome
because
to-
they're not big. Can't keep anything in them.
you know what jeans do have roomy pockets? Rock and roll denim.
Rock and roll denim. Yeah.
is this
Plug.
positive?
Plug.
Plug rock
Yep.
and roll denim.
Shameless plug.
They actually have very nice pockets.
They do.
Yeah.
Men's
Rock and roll.
jeans do. The women's are
The
That's right.
The
Girls just
women's
have them tight
sizing
fitting
on rock
jeans.
and roll is
They
like
fit weird.
crazy.
Or what?
What do you mean?
Like so, I don't know. Like
Is
my
this gonna be
jeans
positive
sizes,
for rock and roll?
It's
yeah,
just
I mean it's just
unique.
different. Like if you're a girl, you want to go buy rock and rolls, just try them on like
Yeah.
before you buy them because like their waist sizes are different.
Right.
Like their older styles, like I wear like a 28 in the waist, but like the newer styles that I got while I was in Vegas, I'm like a 25.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guy sizes are like you always size up.
Yeah.
If you're a girl wearing a guy's stuff,
Yeah, you size up.
I know Grace always just wears boy jeans anyhow.
I just wear boy jeans.
Yeah. So I don't know much. I don't know much about female clothing, to be honest.
either.
I don't know. You talk
Guys-
about sizes. I don't know. Just 30, 34s.
Guys-
how do women's jeans?
Just depends on
And
the
they rip.
brand.
Guys' jeans are built different. Like they're built more sturdy.
No, I ripped mine yesterday, and I was upset.
You got stepped on.
No, I
Oh,
didn't
you
rip
ripped
them
them-
then. I
you just ripped them here in the warehouse?
Climbing up into the old podcast room, there was a nail hanging up. Got me right almost in a bad spot.
He said,
Ripped a hole in them.
Right.
"Does
almost
this
in
make
that
me look
spot.
trendy?"
Yeah, I asked Blythe, I was like, could this be trendy? Could I pull it off? And she was like, no, you'd have to rip them all up to make it like balanced out. Like having one hole
It was right in the
that
crotch.
was actually done.
I don't know. That was too close. It wasn't tasteful.
Dude, I'm not sorry, but that's that's just what happened.
I remember I used to, like, in high school, because we'd always bucking hay and everything, just loading up square bales of hay, and I'd always rip the sides of my jeans. And I remember I'd just always sew them up with baling twine. So I just had all these jeans that just the sides of them were just always
I could
just sewed
probably-
up with baling twine.
Do you know anyone that can sew?
I
Yeah.
can.
You can?
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, you can
You
sew
want a
too.
patch?
Yeah.
I looked at them. I should have asked you.
Oh, I just,
That was gender appropriation. I guess. I
Yes,
don't
most
know.
likely. But yes,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
sew.
You want to patch them up for me?
Cole,
Patch up
the
your
stay-at-home dad.
I'll give you
I am
$5.
most certainly not.
I'll give you $5.
Just bring over here. I don't care.
Cool. Thanks.
I was
It's
sewing
not that
for
hard. It's a good thing to know. You should just learn how to sew. I'll teach you how to sew.
Man, I just got a lot of stuff that I got to post on Rodeo time. So like, I
Right.
just
Yeah.
can't, you know.
She's gonna leave that to people who know
Yeah,
how.
no, I'll teach you how to sew. I'm not
I'm not
going
gonna
to just
get out of this.
I'm not just going to start tailoring all your jeans for you. But yes, I will teach you how to sew a patch on.
Can I
I'll
just
tailor them for money.
You could even get an
I
iron on.
thought you
free.
didn't know how to sew.
Oh yeah, I know how to sew. I was FCCLA District 6 president.
What the heck? I just asked you that.
I don't know
You
what
guys
that
just both
means,
Shake
but-
your head and no.
I have no idea.
Apparently that has to do with
It's the
sewing.
future cooking and cleaning ladies of America.
No way.
No, it's not.
Oh, what?
That's what they called us.
No way.
Wait, but you do know how to sew then?
Yeah.
How much do I have to pay you to patch them?
Willie, you can get some iron-on patches and
I
do
could
it
do it for
yourself.
free.
Iron on
honestly.
don't work. Yeah, look, she's gonna do it for free.
Your
then, and
iron
then
doesn't
she's gonna
work?
Teach. I don't have an iron.
Okay, well, somebody in
I'm gonna
that
have
somebody
to
in the
go
flea
buy an
market has an
iron.
iron.
I've
And then-
got one.
Iron on patches.
You do them on the inside if you're gonna iron them on.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But
And
they
they
don't look
last-
as cool.
Yeah.
What do you want me to just sew bandana onto your jeans?
No,
Not
you
a
gotta sew them
bandana,
up.
but-
Like sew the if it's the hole, you sew
You won't
it.
be able to see.
But if
the
there's
hole.
missing fabric, then we're gonna have to,
True.
otherwise we'll be changing the shape of your jeans, and you're just gonna look terrible.
I'm just gonna give
It's
him.
gonna
to
look
Blythe.
punchy.
Can't believe I have to explain this.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him to Blythe, and she's gonna make him look brand new. I'm gonna do it
With-
soon before she
Did
leaves.
it rip along the
Yeah.
seam?
No,
So-
it's like a hole on the inside.
Dude, just learn how to. We'll figure this out. We
come
can sew
back
up your
to it.
jeans.
We'll come back to it.
He's gonna get a wifey that knows how to sew.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a wifey.
That's right. Willie's on the market.
Yep. Right here.
How
in
do they
Winnebago.
get to you?
Come
Yeah,
to
how-
Winnebago. We're 2 hours away from the closest major city.
he legitimately
And I
never
heard that
leaves.
they're hiring. Somebody's
never
leaving.
leave.
Very special. Very important spot that's going to need to be filled.
Or are you
We're
My,
having
my
the-
job.
Or are you gonna
Well,
announce
we're
it
doing
now?
the summer intern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short, but it's only short term.
Short term.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to announce the fact that you're leaving? Have
Yeah,
you
I
already?
already
said
announced
it. Yeah.
announced
Oh,
it.
she already did.
But
Everyone.
yeah, I'm
I
leaving.
would not just nonchalantly
In
said she
July.
was leaving and like thrown under the bus. I would have
I
felt
mean-
mean.
No, I don't care. Yeah.
You don't care that you're leaving?
No, I care
she
about you
doesn't.
guys.
She doesn't care.
I was about
So the
to
truth
say.
comes out.
Gotta go
Yeah.
to college, y'all.
All right.
Finance.
Yeah. What are you going to college for? Oh, in finance.
Yeah.
That'd be
Making
fun.
money.
Finance.
I was like, I'd switch
So,
to finance.
Just
I didn't
right
like
before.
it.
Oh, you did finance for a while?
I didn't like it.
Accounting, numbers. You didn't.
Nah, I just figured like I don't want to be counting someone else's money. I want to be making the money.
You
That's
make money by counting other people's.
Quote. Yeah,
Just-
yeah. You
these are
make
fact.
you make money, but you're never gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
You can count your own money all you want.
Now he owns a multi-million-dollar
Yeah. Now in a
company.
multi-million-dollar.
Oh
company.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'm not wearing the hat right now.
Oh, Willie
Nope.
Sticky.
Did you share
Sponsoring
my
True
there.
Burson, who's
Yeah.
one of the coolest dudes I've met.
Did you share my rec earlier where I tagged Willie Sticky?
Yeah, I did on Willie Sticky.
Good.
Willie Sticky is 15 followers away from 7,000.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dude, when Willie Sticky reaches 10K, we're having a huge party. I'm gonna get balloons
A
just
cake.
to make Dale mad.
What's
Oh yeah.
Just to make Dale mad.
the question on top of everybody's mind? What's next for Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin?
We just got a boat. I don't know if you saw the post.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we actually own the USS North Carolina. It's a battleship from World War II, and it's huge. They don't know it yet, but
Is that
yeah,
one- that
that's
was-
our
It's a bass
Is that the one
boat
that's
from
in
Missouri.
Willie Shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in.
It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of history. I actually wrote the last paper I wrote in college was on the USS North Carolina, believe it or not.
You can stay the night on the USS North Carolina.
That would
It's
be
haunted.
another thing.
Actually,
Back at
there
it.
was like 3 or 4 dudes that were killed on its first trip out to sea. Japanese torpedo hit it, like right in the very front. I can't forget. I used to know all the parts of a ship. Now I forget.
And it
Right.
didn't
By
sink.
the bow. I forget which sector, but like there's compartments, so like you can close them off. It's what they were supposed
Right.
to do on the Titanic. I forget why that didn't work. But
Oh.
anyways, they closed it off there, and they found like the 3 dudes' bodies, like they were just trapped in that part of the ship that were killed. I
It's
think one of them drowned, and then the other 2 I think died on impact.
Yeah.
Dang. I
It
like
was
Or
land.
explode. Yeah.
It's
Dude.
claimed that if you're a woman and you're walking through the ship,
Mm-hmm.
you're caught off by yourself, like you can hear those sailors whistling at you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there-
I mean they're harmless.
Well, there was a couple dudes, because there was one while I was in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Naval Yard. One of those, I forget. There's like these like they could lower, forget what to call them, like catacomb, I guess is what they call them on forts,
Uh-huh.
but on ships or something else. Anyways, it's like this huge thing that goes through all the decks, like these trap doors, like all the way down to the bottom, like
Right.
7 or 8 stories. And some dude was climbing up and just wasn't paying attention and fell and
Dang.
cracked his head open. Another dude got shot. Dude, World War II, like, first off, World War II is crazy, but, like, the Navy during, like, you think about being in the Navy being a safe spot, like,
Yeah.
it was deadly
Oh, yeah.
during World War II.
Wow. It was a war.
Well, yeah.
It happens.
But, like, you just think, like, I don't know, I just feel like people get, like, that, just assume, like, oh, you're on a boat, like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
safer
yeah.
than being on the front lines, like,
Oh, that'd be terrible.
You could just imagine like being out at sea or something, and like
but then, like, you can't escape that. Like, you get, like, there was, I guess it's kind of gruesome, but, like, a kamikaze plane hit the USS Bunker Hill,
Right?
and it hit right where the ready room was for the pilots, and the pilots couldn't get
Oh.
out. They were trapped.
Yeah.
So they
Ooh,
just burned alive inside of a metal box.
Dang.
Like, gosh.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
don't know.
the
I
way to
think
go.
Those
think,
guys
yeah.
were freak. I mean, anyone that goes and serves the military heroes, but, dude, those guys were freaking, like,
Yeah, you had to be tougher.
I'm glad
First
when they had that
generation.
Midway movie came out, because, like,
That
that's some
Midway movie was
that's
sweet.
some recognition.
I like that one.
I don't know. Naval
Yeah.
history is pretty fascinating to me.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
But yeah, so
Talked
that's
about
what's
a lot of stuff.
no, it's all right. We've covered a lot of topics.
Oh, this
we're
would be
just
good.
Sorry, I
we're
got
just
away.
at the hour mark here.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've covered just about everything.
Yeah.
Unless there's anything. Are we still doing bad jokes? What do we? I've got one.
Fine. Okay.
What did the DJ name his son?
Oh, you already.
yeah, I already know that.
What? What? He keeps spoiling it for me.
You can say it again.
You already said he ruined it.
Say it
I
again.
think
The-
you
the-
got
the
it.
moment's
I
gone.
think you got
The
it.
moment's gone.
I gotta think of one.
We
I
don't.
think that one was good enough.
That was pretty good. Jordan,
Unless Joe,
got any?
Joe, you have some good ones.
How do you make a milkshake?
You push a cow down a hill.
This is a cow
No,
joke.
you give a cow a pogo stick.
Hey, but that one could work too. You push a cow down a hill.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
called
no.
cow tipping.
Down a hill, though.
No.
So that's just abuse, I guess.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
That's just animal abuse,
And
Willie. Yeah.
PETA's. Instead of
Yeah.
Scientology people, PETA's going to be on our back.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's coming out.
Yeah,
Of
we
now.
called out Scientology and PETA. Great.
and the skinwalkers.
Yeah.
So
Why
now we're
not?
really-
Hey,
yeah.
you know what? No
Yeah.
such thing as bad publicity. Blythe, anything else you wanna?
I think that's it. I don't have a joke.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Well, all righty then.
Focus.
Well, thanks again for tuning in to this Little Old Sons podcast. In the meantime, keep your stick on the ice.
keep your stick